together a plan that works for the city and works for the Locans. And the last step that'll need to happen is the final site review has to go in front of the planning commission next Tuesday. The updated site plan is put up on the wall here. We've had to change the eastern boundary a little bit. We made sure that there's an electric easement for the power lines that are there. And we were also granting a permanent access easement on the east side so that no matter what happens, because those lots are owned by the city to the east, they'll always have access to the parking on the east side of the building. Those are really, I think, the last two changes to finalize the lot.
Tom, you want to get some input on this?
Sure, I would just second what Steve said. We've got some really excellent candidates here. They're local folks. They're experienced locally. They bring owner-operator expertise to this. And I think it's important to point out that the agreement and the findings in these minutes is a place we got to. It's not the place we started. The agreement on both sides of the agreement, what the EDA, the city council, is promising to do, as well as the Locans side of it, had to change to conform to budgets, legal considerations, land and soil considerations. So there's quite a number of things, and feel free to ask any questions you have to clarify anything. But in the end, we're bringing to you a very complete application and package and contract and developer agreement. There's really, other than the zoning and planning, there's, I don't think, anything left to do.
We're in a position as a gap financer,
36% of the,
which is less than the 40%. But it took a little creativity in order to get it done, and that's what's outlined in your packets.
The total puts us at 36%?
Correct.
The 500 or the 420?
The 500.
500.
Just reading through what you pointed out on E on the second page. What is the deferral time for the monthly?
So from what?
The interest accrues at the
Beginning of the date of the deferral time.
Correct.
What is the deferral time?
2 years.
2 years. But it begins to accrue, the interest begins to accrue on first draw.
Okay.
Just the payment isn't due until 2 years after, I think, April 1st, 2014, it'd be 2 years after that. The intention is to be open in time for turkey season.
Spring turkeys.
Yeah. I've got some real unique precast concrete walls that they're going to be using for construction, and hardy board plank above that. So, good solid building.
Steve?
Joyce, go ahead.
Did you say that the interest would start on the date of the deferral time?
First draw.
First draw.
Actually, letter E does say
That's
the
what I was asking
beginning date
about.
of the deferral time, which would be the April 1st.
Oh, I'm sorry. So many twists and turns. It's a
Yeah.
matter of a few months, but yeah.
Okay.
I think for ease, that's right. We thought at the EDA meeting, we changed that.
The forgivable date, beginning date, is basically the first drawing.
Correct.
I'm not sure what you said, Matt.
thought that the 2-year deferral would be reasonable for them to establish client base, especially with the highway project and all.
So then in F, there would be a negotiation that would be entered into at the end of the 10-year period and to determine
Correct, whether they wanted to pay the balloon
the final.
or to go another 10 years.
And the interest rate would be flexible at that point.
Yes.
And if they don't have to spend $80,000 for soil correction,
Then the balance of the 80 could get rolled into the 420. But John's pretty sure that's gonna take at least the 80 for the soils. But if it takes 30, then that'll leave 50 and then put that back in the loan.
So all the Ts are crossed, the Is are dotted?
What Mr. Driscoll indicated, this is a complete package at this point.
The only thing that we're lacking is the site plan review and recommendation from the planning commission, which you'll have on October 28th. Assuming.
So we can make a motion to approve this tonight.
The financing, did you make it contingent on the planning commission?
the resolution is business subsidy for itself, so.
Right. Maybe we make the motion to be to approve the loan package as outlined in the documents provided, including the findings of fact.
And what name should be on here? Is it Rushford Locums in, or?
We're gonna finalize that with the final documents, correct?
Okay, so we don't have that yet.
Was the LLC filed?
Correct. It is, but we need the exact name, but it'll be, we'll plug that name in
Okay.
when we get the actual certificate.
Council have any more questions?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Mr. Colvinson, second by Mr. Dahl. Are there any more questions, comments, or otherwise?
Is there any reason why we shouldn't wait on this document until planning commission and the site review are complete?
I don't think
If the project can't really move forward until 28th anyway.
I think the reason is we were asking for it now so they could finalize the bank. The bank can know for 100% sure that the city council is moving forward with our part.
Because if something comes up between building and zoning review, they have to meet the minimum standards.
They won't get a building
Anyway,
permit issued.
And we have to do it, so.
Okay.
Any more questions? It's very exciting.
Yes.
I would like to thank the Wilkins for showing faith in the city of Rushford and keeping with this, and EDA and everybody else involved. You guys have done a lot of work to get to this point. And it's gonna be good to see the shovel go in the ground.
Anybody else? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes.